It's Chuck Gothier here watching Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter brains. And today I'm joined by Cindy Gothier Reedinger.
Wow.
You may know her as the bride to be come August 23rd, and also as my twin. I've got an idea with it, but I have to ask, how are you with spicy food?
I haven't been tested quite like this, but I think I am okay.
Okay, but before we get started, I heard that your first kiss with your betrothed has a story behind it.
Does it? Huh. Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
I don't remember exactly when it was. It was one of our first dates.
Yeah.
But, Bryce was saying goodbye to me, and he is always, like, a little bit more, like, standoffish.
Yeah.
So, you're going to say goodbye. I could see that he was kind of thinking about it, but he wasn't going to kiss me. And so, right before, I actually opened the door of his car already, and then I was thinking about it, whether or not I should, and then I jumped back in the car, smooched him really fast, and booked it into the house. So he didn't have a chance to say anything. I was a little bit scared.
How was the next day? How'd that go over? Cindy, what the hell?
Yes, I got a text message saying that I should have stayed in the car a little bit longer, but it was good.
Okay. So, now let's get started. Name
Okay.
one.
Okay, what's on this one?
This is the classic.
This one shouldn't be too bad. I don't really like chicken wings. Okay. Easy.
You surprised a family when you joined basketball in middle school and played it throughout your academic career. What do you think made basketball appealing to you at that age? And do you have any 15 minutes of fame stories from your time in the sport?
Okay, so to clarify, I played it only through middle school because I wasn't that good.
Oh,
And, I don't remember why I joined. I think probably because my friends were doing it. But I really liked it, and I was really bad at it. I basically sat the bench, but I think it taught me a lot. One story that I can think of, it sticks in my mind to this day. We were at some tournament, and it was far away, and we were playing Adams Friendship, which is a small town. And we were beating them so bad that I finally got to go into the game. And I just chucked up a three-pointer, and it banked in, and that's my claim to fame. I had to quit after that because there was just no way I could beat that.
you peaked.
I did. I beat, yes.
All right, next one.
Okay, what's this guy?
This is the sauce bag.
Okay.
Sticking with sports for rank 2. It's evident that you have a competitive streak in you, and we'll explore that later, but sports are an excellent way to channel that. After introducing yourself to basketball, it became clear that you wanted more.
Yeah.
So you also joined volleyball and soccer later in school.
Uh-huh.
If you had to pick one of those sports for your future child to play, which one would it be and why?
Ooh. That's a good question. I think I would probably say soccer, because what you learn in soccer is more transferable to other sports than volleyball is, in my opinion. Like it's a lot of running, and there's much more of a team dynamic that I've experienced in soccer than volleyball. You're constantly talking back and forth, and if my child is anything like me, they'll really enjoy pushing some people around, and you don't get to do that in volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
Now we have Shaquanda.
Chuck, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you had to pick your favorite episode of Hot Ones, which celebrity was it with? Your favorite episode?
Bill Burr's up there.
Yeah. Why? You're just a cool guy.
And he's a lot more animated than I was expecting him to be. The Coolio one was funny.
Who?
Coolio, he's a rapper.
Oh.
He took the last hot sauce and like dumped half of it on the wing and cleaned it.
Oof.
And then he passed it on their sofa for like 45 minutes. So during my research, I was tipped off by a source that you broke a classmate's bike in our freshman year of high school.
Come
Can you
on.
share the circumstances surrounding that bike being broken?
It was not my fault. That was not my fault, and it was a big deal. I'm trying to remember. I think that there were 2 people involved. Well, now I'm really not sure. I think Bailey and I were riding a bike, and it was a tandem, if I remember correctly. And I think we broke Justin Gordon's bike. But I don't remember how it happened, but it definitely wasn't my fault. But yeah, Justin let me know that it was. So it was late at night at Ellie Clark.
Nice.
Never forget.
Alright, moving on to Year of the Dog.
Year of the Dog. What did I this one? Extra hot.
That's not extra hot.
Okay.
So as your twin, I feel the need to embrace my inner narcissist for one question.
Okay.
What was the time you felt we used our twin powers to a great effect? Or alternatively, what has been one pro and one con to having me as your twin?
Interesting question. I think one pro to having you as my twin, just very surface level, is that there's always something I can say. I always have something for, like when you're at a new place and they ask you to tell you
Yeah.
something interesting about yourself, I can always say I have a twin and people think that's cool.
Yeah.
And the first question they always ask is, are you identical?
Yep, I get that.
No, he's a boy. That's what I always say. But one con, I guess it just was kind of disappointing that we were always compared to each other in school. Like there was no getting around that.
Oh no.
But it was probably worse for you than it was for me. But yeah, I think that it was harder to be your own person when there were always people who knew that we were somehow connected, and it's like, well, Chuck's good at this, but Cindy's not, or Cindy's good at this and Chuck's not.
The latter happened more often, guys.
True.
Alright. How you faring?
Good. My lips are hot.
Alright. Now, we're ready to move on to Los Calientes.
Yes. Ooh, this one has chunks in it.
Look at the bottom of the ingredients list. Other side, other the nutrition label.
Celery seed.
Nope, look up, you'll see it. Keep reading it, you'll see it.
Did they spell cilantro wrong? That's what you're. Yep, they sure did. Cilantro.
I think it's culantro.
Ugh, I don't like this kind. Nope. Oof.
Alright, so, now it's time for Explain That Gram. Now I pull up my phone.
Okay.
What movie scared you and Danielle the most when you went through your scary movie phase? One Missed Call, Cabin in the Woods, or The Last Exorcism, and why?
Ooh. I can't remember what one this call was.
It was the babysitter.
That one always sticks with me because we were watching it at an age where we babysat, and it was like beyond. It was something that could happen, like so truthfully. And I remember the babysitter at the house was babysitting, and the house had like these huge floor-to-ceiling windows, just like
Oh,
kind of like this. And I was always so scared to like look out the window or think about someone just easily somehow getting through them.
alright. Sorry to explain that, Graham. You guys won't be able to see the pictures. You will in post.
Okay.
So here's this picture.
Ooh, I have not seen that picture probably ever. Wow. You want me to explain it?
Yeah. Or you just wanna.
Well, there's a nice story behind this. So, when I was in, how old was I there? Maybe
I think
4th grade? 3rd or 4th grade.
2007, going into 5th grade.
Yeah, so once I finished 4th grade, my mom said if I got straight A's that I could pick anywhere in the US that I wanted to travel to, and we would go there. And I think we went there for the weekend. And it was quite the decision to make, but I decided on San Diego. Can't really explain why. They had a really good zoo when I was into zoos, still am. And so we went to San Diego and we stayed in this really cool hotel and we did all sorts of exploring. And this is a picture that I've never seen before of us in San Diego. That's pretty cool. Aw, let me look at this one. That's Jill on the hill. Oh no, that's me on the hill. Well, this is from a long time ago, but this is a picture of us sliding down a snow hill across the street from our house, and we would walk in the forest for what felt like forever to get to the snow hill, and then we would have to somehow make it flat so that we were able to go down it. But once it was flat, it was really fun, and probably every one of us got hurt. Probably. Ooh, fun. This is a picture of Chuck and I at Eagle River.
Yeah.
I think this is the last time that we went on vacation together, like in
Mass.
Yeah, in Mass, and it was a lot of fun. I think I just finished my first year of college, or was going into my first year of college, one of those two, and we went tubing, and Dad, no doubt, flipped us off. I missed that. Chuck was always better at staying on the nose.
Grip of steel.
Yes.
How about this one?
Yuck! No! No! This is so weird to look back on. This is a picture of me when I was in volleyball, and we hosted the team over at my house, and yeah, the setup's basically the same as it is now. And I think this was the night that I hit my knee against the corner of that coffee table, and I still have a scar to this day. Yep.
So great memories.
Oh, no doubt, yes. Wonderful to look back on. Oh, everybody loves this picture. Let me think. Wait. Sheldon, not in this one.
I know, but they're doing the Cindy.
Oh, yes, okay, so there was a picture that we took as a team in soccer once, and everybody was smiling, and I was not feeling like smiling. So I just stared at the camera like this. And so from then on, the soccer team liked to try to mock me, do the Cindy, yeah. So this is a picture of all of them doing that. And this was, I think, my senior year.
So now we're actually onto the gram.
Oh, we're on Instagram now, okay,
So-
alright. Aww, there's Buddy Boy.
It's been the dynamic in this picture.
So, okay, so Lyle is an airbrain and doesn't really have a whole lot of thoughts going on in his head, but he's just so cute, you can see in this picture. And then in the corner there, you'll see Gabby. And Gabby, interestingly enough, was originally my dog, but over time has grown very close to Chuck. So we now like to say that Gabby is Chuck's dog. And she, on the other hand, has lots of thoughts in her head.
Most of them malicious.
Most of them malicious. So she is probably looking at Lyle and is pissed off that he is the center of this picture. Yep. But she would never smile for a photo either.
Yeah.
She would just want to be pissed off in it. Ooh, yes. This is a very attractive photo. So this was in the peak of my volleyball career. And I think this picture made the newspaper. Gabby and I going up for a block, and I was actually very surprised because I always felt like my hands never got over the net. I felt like I would jump and literally go this high off the ground. But in this picture, I was like, whoa, my hands are completely above the net. Maybe I actually know what I'm doing. Although my face is not very attractive.
Yeah. Because to be fair, when you're jumping, it's kind of hard.
Yes, yeah. And I didn't know the book. Yes, this is a good one. Wow. So it's no secret that the Two Rivers High School soccer team was not great.
Yeah,
Yep, it wasn't good.
needed a little assistance.
Correct, yeah. So it was pretty tough to play in those games, you know. You get really used to losing, and that's a bad feeling. But when you win and you're used to losing, this is the response you'll see from me. I think everybody else was still in shock, but I was just celebrating at that
Oh, yeah.
point.
You were past shock. You were like, finally.
Yes, yes. This is me and Dad, and we are in this room, and I think this was the day I found out I got into UW Madison, and I made Dad change into all of his gear, and I put on my gear, and we threw up the W. And I have no idea where that couch came from. I don't know where it is either.
I'm
But
assuming
it's
you got
ugly.
rid of it.
Yeah, it's ugly.
So, welcome to the second half. This is not big enough for all 10, so here we are. So, on to Hellfire Detroit.
Alright.
Recently, you were featured in a University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee website. We're talking about different wheelchairs with your fellow occupational therapy grad students. Which of the chairs was most exciting in regards to your future OT career?
Ooh. That's a cool question.
And if you could, explain what it is
Okay.
to us, unenlightened.
Yeah. So that day that was more like looking at the different seats of the wheelchair, so like what people are sitting on, and you change it depending on their condition. But there was another day, oh wait, I think there might have been pictures from this too. We went somewhere else, and we got to try out these like power chairs, and it was really cool to see those. And there was one that a person would sit in, and if they didn't have any control from like their neck down, they had like it's called a head array, and so you program it so like if you tilt your head to the right, then it goes forward.
Yeah.
If you tilt it to the left, then it goes backward. If you tilt it back, then it stops. Different things like that. And I thought that was really cool because a lot of times, like, obviously people who are paralyzed from the neck down can't even use like
A joystick.
yeah. So that was really cool. And they also had wheelchairs where they had like a power pack on the wheel, so if you spun it just a little bit, it would propel you really far
Yeah.
forward. If you were older, you didn't have the strength to wheel
Really?
yourself up.
Yeah, okay.
So that was really cool. Yeah, I think I will use that information in my future for sure. Oh,
Now we're on to Wiltshire Chili Farm.
I'm not excited for this one.
Fearless flavor, Trinidad Scorpion.
Yeesh. British hot sauce. This one's red. So what's the next one?
Want to capture it?
Sure.
This is the part of a climb, so.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm scared.
How are you feeling?
My mouth is hot. Very hot. How are you feeling?
Kind of warm. As kids, we were blessed or cursed to be surrounded with a wide variety of music. According to Jill, when she linked to her Spotify account, she had to pick through oodles of music to find her own. If you could pick 3 songs to flex your musical palette, which songs would they be and why?
So like songs that describe my palette, or like different varieties?
Songs that are the most different from each other that you can think of.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let me think. Oh, there's a song that I'm thinking of, and I knew how to rap it. Okay, so there's a song called Down by Jay Sean. That's a song that has like a little rap, but not that much. I used to spend a lot of time learning how to rap lyrics to songs. Holy shit. And then I remember times when I would sit with Dad in the car and we would listen to like these really old songs, and they were country songs. And I'm trying to think if I might remember the name of one. Help me out. Can you think of one? Oh, like an old country song that I used to listen to.
Ring of Fire?
Sure, Johnny Cash.
Peanut Gallery.
Like an Alan Jackson song?
I was gonna say Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, so there's a lot
Family
of
tradition.
Will Nelson.
really
Will Nelson.
really old country songs Dad would listen to, and then you would get like, Mom had friends that made their own band, and she would play those songs. So I think of the Monkees, and the songs that the band played from there, and REM.
Lots
Man
of
on the Moon is one I think of. Yeah. So quite a range for sure.
So Man on the Moon, Down, and Willie Nelson songs, or Hank Williams Jr.
Yep. But you wouldn't find Mom and Dad songs on my Spotify though. Mm-mm.
Oh, I was talking about like on your Spotify. Like, what 3 songs do you have that display the widest range?
Okay, well, like I get Ed Sheeran. You know, I like to listen to Ed Sheeran, and I like to listen to some alternative music. So I would say, let me think of an alternative band. This is hard. An example. Well, okay, and then like Thomas Rhett, some country, like contemporary country, and then the alternative stuff that I'm trying to think about. What is it? I don't know. I guess Ed Sheeran country and some rap is different. If you
Yeah.
think about like Drake, and Khalid and things like that.
Okay.
So it's all kind of similar though.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay. Well, yeah. Yep. Let's go for it. Yep. Cheers.
You're welcome.
What's this one?
This is the bomb.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
This is the worst one, apparently. Yeah, I'm ready.
This one puts you in your place.
Okay. Oh shit. Try not to let it touch my lips. Oh my. Holy shit.
Dries.
Holy shit. But Chuck, you just took one bite.
Yeah, I know. I gotta keep my cool.
Oh my gosh. Faster. Good.
So, it's apparent you're a very competitive person with an almost unmatched work ethic. What do you contribute to building that in you?
I'm thinking. Oh! It does make it worse. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have like 2nd-degree burns in my mouth.
How would you rate the flavor on that one, Sydney?
Horrible. I feel like my gums are burning off. Holy shit. How are you okay right now? Okay, well, I always think of my dad. You know, my mom also has a great work ethic, but I always found it really inspiring that he worked his way up, in work and started, you know, as a janitor and eventually became a supervisor at the nuclear plant. So that was always something that like resonated with me. And I think a big thing that had to do with it was sports as well, and it created some discipline in me and a desire to always do better. I'm
Yeah.
crying, but I'm not really crying. Whew.
It's a physiological reaction, right?
Yeah.
Sweating from your eyes.
So sports played a big part in it, but it was always like there was always something intrinsically in me that made me fueled to do a lot of things, and I knew that there was more to me than just, you know, school, and there was more to me than sports, and I felt like working hard in those areas would allow me to be who I am. So, oh my. Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah. I think it's subsided though. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So you feel like you conquered the bomb? Ready to go on the chocolate plague?
My lips are on fire. One more ice cube. Oh my gosh. Do you think I missed anything that contributed to my performance?
Well, I think having all of the kids,
Mm,
needing a way to play yourself up, set yourself apart.
definitely. Definitely. And I think having younger siblings too, where it was almost our responsibility to make sure they were on track.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad worked a lot. So it was like, well, I need to have my shit together. They're going to have their shit together. Drinking ice made it worse. But I want it.
I'll go for it. Switch it around, try to get all the sauce dislodged.
It's in my tongue. Okay, let's move on. Let's
Okay.
get a different flavor in here.
Alright. So now we're on the chocolate plague from Pucker Butt Pepper Company.
Ugh. Chuck, are you gonna throw up?
No, almost.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it was either sit there chewing it for ages trying to get itty bitty bits out of my mouth or just get
Was it a bone?
No, it was just intentionally prolonging the pain apparently. Alright,
Oh, that's funny.
so first up, if you could actually no. First off, so growing up we were and still definitely are a dog family.
Oh, 100%.
And currently have four running around. If you were to rate the dogs from favorite to least favorite, how would the order go?
Aww. That's a really hard question. I love them for different reasons. Lily's probably my least favorite. She just doesn't add that much to my life. First favorite, Buddy Boy. The light of my life.
I'm telling Gabby.
I know. He's an idiot, but I absolutely love him. He's got some health problems. It just adds to his character. One-eyed. The sweetest boy. I feel like we got so lucky finding him at the Humane Society. Number 2 would be Baby Deebity, Gabby. She was originally my dog, so there's always that contributes to it, but she just has such a big personality. And it's more of like a badass personality, which I enjoy, whereas third would be Ruby. And Ruby has a personality as well, but she's so clingy.
Yeah.
And like, Gabby and Lyle like to be scratched, but Ruby, like, if you're scratching her, she is like so controlling, and she will make you
Scratch her belly.
scratch her belly. And I like just get so sick of that. And she sheds a lot, so that contributes to my
And she howls.
my number 3 rank. And then number 4 is Lily. You know, she's small, she's cute, but she likes to be by herself. She doesn't really enjoy interacting much with the dogs unless they piss her off, and then she gets right in there. But yeah, there's other people in the family who have her as their number 1,
Yeah.
so I don't feel bad putting her in the 4th place.
Alright, and then next, if you were to pair the dog's personality to the hot sauces we've tried so far,
Okay,
well, it doesn't have to be here. It can go other 5 too. So
I know. So, I'm trying to remember the name. Shaquanda. I like the name Shaquanda. And that one, was that a lighter one with chunks in it?
that was red. It was reddish, orange.
But it was sweeter, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's Buddy Boy. Buddy boy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got a nice name. And that was bearable. He's bearable. This one, the bomb, is Baby Hibbity. She's just straight fire. Straight fire. You piss her off, she'll let you know.
Yeah.
I do like this one a lot too, though. This one might be Lily. This one you thought was sweet.
Yeah.
She looked sweet, but once it got down, no fun. Oh my
And then
gosh.
what does baby do?
Huh. Oh. You know, she's not really that memorable. She's one of the ones in the middle. Name them off for me.
There is the
Oh.
classic.
The Lucky Dog one.
Oh. Yeah.
That's just fitting.
So you're ready to move on?
Yep. Yep.
So this is the last dab. And it's tradition around here to put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I am challenging you.
I'm gonna pick the right spot for it. Put it right.
What we do it?
Yeah. Actually, I'll do it, but I'm controlling my fate. I just need to look.
I would let it take its time. Because you don't want to. That's good. So, before we bite, actually, not after we bite. This is an after we bite question.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you, Chuck.
Love you too, Cindy. When cutting these wings, I missed the joint a couple times. Therefore, I have bone shards in my teeth. So, this one comes from your excellent fiance Bryce. When asked for help finding questions for the final wing, came up with multiple options. We're choosing this one.
Okay.
Taking this verbatim. She's not the greatest at whistling, so maybe it'd be amusing to watch her whistle a song while on wing 10. Mom requested Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Okay. Let me finish this ice cube. I'm scared. I can't even inflect. Okay, this is how I really whistle though. So that's what I'm good at, not whistling. Oh, okay.
Oh. Another one from Bryce that I think you're gonna have fun answering. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Aww. That's a hard question.
He knows.
What?
He knows.
He knows it's a hard question and I don't have a good answer. So, I definitely will be an occupational therapist. I will have graduated from the master's program. But, there's a part of me that wants to keep going to school because I love school and it's a lot of fun. So a bigger part of me sees me continuing to go to school, probably outside of Wisconsin, although I'd love to be a Badger again. Probably doing research on something that I love. And I will be married and we will have a puppy. We will not have a kid.
Name baby DVD.
Not named Gabby. Oh, and we'll also have a hairless cat named Dave. That's a must.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be living somewhere cool for sure. I'll be going to school, married to a physical therapist. We'll just be living life.
And that's all I've got. It's now your time to shine. Any plugs, products, or anything you want. You have that camera, and that camera only. So please, let the world know what you're up to.
Well, right now I'm finishing up clinical placement, and I'm getting ready to get married in 2 weeks. After we get married, we'll be going right back to school, finishing up my master's degree.
As is the dream.
It's a dream, finishing my master's degree in occupational therapy, and I don't have any products yet, but I'll be sure to let you know when I do. Thank you, Chuck. Woo! I'm not recovered.
How was that?
Mm.
That was the final one.
From here on out, it just blended.
Oh.
Everything was hot as